How do you guys approach retaining great engineers?
We try to provide motivation in at least two ways. One is like, are you working on something that's interesting? Um, is there a challenging kind of technical nugget in there? Is there like some aspect of the product that is challenging and interesting to help figure out? Often it's like both of those things, in many of our projects. So there's like, what is interesting about the thing you're working on now that will always have some lifetime. And so the other piece of it is like finding the right project for an engineer at the the point in their career where they are. And that is, I mean, that's sort of tied to this first part of keeping things interesting, where you're like, is this the right project? Like, is this fulfilling the goals they have for themselves about their own technical growth or their own communication growth? Like, are they on a project that is good for them, right? Like, is it useful for their career? Is it building, skills that they will have for the long term? And so the other piece of it is like, can you also provide some variety and like moving from one challenge to another? Some engineers don't want it don't want to jump around to like very different, types of projects, but you can still provide variety in say a slice of the stack, right? By working on kind of projects for different clients, say. Um, I think it's harder to retain people if they're on a big team, they stay on that big team for some number of years. They're kind of working with the same stack. It's evolving very slowly. There's like organizational weight, to change. And so you start to feel stagnant in those environments, or I think it's common to start to feel stagnant in those environments. And we've managed to like find a model that avoids that, entirely by just the nature of our business.